All religions must teach that their faith is only one interpretation of the path to God. Good and moral individuals outside of the faith cannot be damned simply because they don't subscribe to certain rituals or practices. Only a person's actions and interactions towards others can show a person's true moral fibre. Dogma that excludes people outside of the faith from salvation is tantamount to hate speech and incitement. If an individual honestly believes that someone's everlasting soul is damned to a hell, regardless of their actions in life, simply because they are outside of their faith, they cannot view these individuals as anything other than inferior, leading automatically to discrimination. A religious institution, its practices and teachings, develop individuals in such a way that these individuals improve the quality of life of all those around them through their actions and interactions, and thus improve their own life experience. The only viable measuring stick is how we interact with those around us. Thus, the practices and teachings of religions are themselves measured against their ability to produce such well-rounded and wise individuals, with fear no longer being a viable mechanism for keeping people tied to poor interpretations and teachers. In enlightened, secular countries, the majority of individuals, even active within faiths, already subscribe to this to a great extent, even if only subconsciously. Many modernized religions are already quite open about such interpretations. All that is left is to formalize it, so that these social institutions can brush aside the last vestiges of archaic dogma and begin their reform and usher in a time of spiritual renewal. In secular countries fearful of radicalization and religious conflict, this law would allow modern interpretations of all religions to flourish and develop while relegating archaic forms of each religion tied inexorably to the dogma of fear to the annals of history. This is all easily possible in secular countries where legislation for incitement and hate speech already exists. It is time for humanity to step out of the nihilistic void left by the death of God, as stated by Nietzsche, and into the true focus of life, human development and enlightenment. This really could be as simple as it sounds. I would be happy to answer any questions you may have on this subject. Take care, and all the best.